Hello, welcome to this video on data aggregation and summarization in R using the library called data.table. In this session, we will explore the essential techniques to condense and analyze the datasets efficiently, empowering you to extract meaningful insights for informed decision making. Let us first import the data.table library and then create a sample database. In the sample data, we have 5 columns, 2 text fields and 3 value fields. In this cost field, I have intentionally put a null value. We will learn how to deal with these null cases in the aggregation functions. Before practicing, let us see the syntax of the aggregation functions. Within the data table, first we have to enter the conditions in this part. In the middle, we can enter the aggregation functions. And finally, we can enter group by fields. In R language, there are various aggregation functions. Here I have listed down some of the key aggregate functions. Can use sum, mean to get the average. Length aggregate function can be used to get the count of the items. We can get the min, minimum, maximum of values, first value of the each group and last value of the each group, and finally median of numeric values. Now let us practice. First we will start with the simple aggregate function. In this database, within the brackets, since there are no conditions, I am keeping this condition as blank, and here dot bracket open, this is equivalent to a list. Within this list, we are entering total sales equals to sum in bracket sales, and group by we are putting product, and this entire output is being stored into the variable called result. Let me execute this and show the output. It is grouping based on this product and getting the sum of sales. In the subsequent examples, I am avoiding storing the output into a variable. Let us see the output directly on the console itself. In this example, it is same as of the first example. However, only one change is instead of by, we are using key by. When we use key by, it will automatically sort and show the output. Let us see the output. It is sorting and showing the output here. In the next example, we will see how to get the multiple aggregations in the same command. Within this data table, we are entering total sales equals to sum of sales and average sales equals to mean of sales. And key by, we are giving product. Let us see the output. At a time, we are creating 2 aggregations. In the next scenario, let us enter multiple fields in the group by. Here we are taking the total sales equals to sum of sales, and group by we are entering 2 fields in a list. This dot is equivalent to a list. Let me execute and see the output. In product and month wise, we are getting the total sales. In a different syntax, we can also give the from field and to field. In this by argument, let me execute this. It is showing the output as per the input we have given in this by. Even we can do the reverse order also. Instead of product to month, I am giving here month to product. Let us see the output from this coding. It is showing the month first and product second. If there are any multiple fields in between these two, those also will be included in the output automatically. Now, let us see how to deal with the null cases. In the first one, let us write the normal code and see the output. Here I am taking total cost equal to sum of cost. When we execute this, wherever NA value is there, the output also showing NA, even though there are some values in the particular product. To avoid these NA values, we can use in the aggregation function, after mentioning the column name, we have to put na.rm equals to true. Now let us execute this command. It is showing the sum of the values by ignoring the NA values. Sometimes we may require a customized computation. In that case, we can create a function and that function can be used in the aggregations. In this custom function, we are giving the input as x. And whatever we are giving as input in this function, it is being squared and getting sum. Let me execute this function and let us apply this function in this aggregations. Let me execute this and see the output. It is showing the sum of the square of these values. In our data analysis, we will be frequently using the weighted average. Now let us see how to use the weighted average in R. For that, we have to use weighted.mean. Within brackets, we have to give the column name and next argument we should give the weightage. Let me show you the full source data for your reference. Now we are applying this weightage on the sales and getting the weighted average. And group by I am putting product. Let me execute this. It is showing the weighted average of sales field. The normal average will be different from this number. That also let us see it. In this data table, put a comma, dot, bracket open. It is not compulsory to enter the column name every time. You can directly enter the aggregation function also. Let me enter the mean of sales. Let us see the output. Here I forgot the group by. Let me enter this by equals to product. If it is a single field, we can directly enter the column name. If it is more than one, then we have to enter them either in C function or as a list. Let us see the output. You can observe that the weighted average is different from the normal average. In the next example, let us include a condition. Here we are entering sales greater than 100, and for that we are computing the sum of sales group by product. Let me execute this and see the output. In this case, it is summing up wherever the sales are more than 100. If it is less than 100, it is being ignored. Now, let us create the aggregation output as a new column in the main table. To create or update any columns in our data table, we will be using colon equals to operator. Left side will be giving the column names and right side will be giving the values. Let me execute this and see the output. Here, for our convenience, I am showing the output by sorting product. Let me execute this and see the output. Now each product wise, it is showing the average sales and the same number is being shown against each record in the particular group. In some variation, let us dynamically create the column names. I am storing the column name or names, multiple names also can give here in this variable, and this variable is being called in this brackets. We have to put the brackets here, and in the right side we need to put the aggregations within a list. Since this cost field is having a null value, I am putting na.rm is equals to true, group by product. Let me see the output. In this, it is creating a new column and the column name is taken from a variable. It means we have created the column dynamically. And finally, let us see some scenarios how to get the first value from each group and how to get the count of records. First, let us see how to get the first record from each group. Here I have taken two columns as a group and I have also put key by operator so that the output will be shown in the sorting order. In this combination, first record is having 200. Let us see A and January is having 200. So like that from each group it is showing the first record. In the final example, let us see how to get the count of the records. To get the count, we will be using the function length and within brackets we have to give the column name that contains no blank records. Let me execute this. In this table, totally 10 records are there. You can also apply by for this. Let me execute this group by month. In each month, it is showing the number of records. Now it is your turn to practice more and more so that you will be more familiar with these aggregation functions. Thank you for exploring data aggregation and summarization with me. Happy analyzing.